channel viewers, Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. You're going to have haters. You just are. It's the way life is. I've met women and done the right thing by them, looked after them, always been there, never lied, provided as far as possible, try to be a good companion. And you're going to have haters. People aren't going to like it, particularly family members, because they want that person to remain where they are. Do not change. People get a shock when somebody comes along and they've got the potential to change somebody's life for better. People get a shock with that. People get scared with that. They get scared. They don't want things to change. But sometimes you'll meet people and they see the light. They go, wow, there's a light here that I might be interested in, and they see the light and start responding to the light, and the next thing, they got objectors, these objectors, and it's real covert. If you hang around long enough though, it'll go overt. There's so many sneaky, lying people around now that aren't honest. They got no intention of being honest. You can come in and you're just friendly, you know, you're contributing, you're doing the right thing, and these people aren't right. They're not psychologically right. They're not making the right decisions. They haven't made the right decisions. They're not doing the right thing by themselves. They're not helping themselves. Most of them are harming themselves. And they're just not right. They're just not able to get it right. They just don't get it right. And they come undone, and then they take everyone else down around them. Or try to. But if you know your identity and you've done decades upon decades of trying to be right and trying to be good at what you do, and you know, you've got a little bit on in life successfully. I wouldn't say I'm only at the bottom end of the food chain, but I've done all right. I got the $1 million plus under my belt, you know, and I've had people that have come along and just totally tried to sabotage a lot of it. You learn the strategies and wiles of people that are going to try and bring you undone. You learn these things, and when you see them, you go, no, I'm not buying into that. That's just not right. It's just not good. It's not going to end well that way, and people will stay on that path. And it doesn't end right, and it doesn't end well, and they wonder what happened. But they just don't want to think beyond themselves. They idolize their formation, their characteristic formation. They idolize what they think's right, and they fall short. They fall short of the glory that God has provided for them in this life. They fall short. They rob themselves. And we've all got the capability of doing that. We've all got the capability of robbing ourselves and cheating ourselves and falling short. I don't think it's fair to life and the people that got the raw end of it. You know, their life was taken early, or sickness and illness come across their path, or they were born with a disability. To have everything that you need as a human being and to disable it yourself, that's not sane. That's not right. That's not what life is about. It's not about disabling yourself and messing up yourself, drugging yourself, and chemically altering yourself. No, when people like that come along, I've walked with these people, I've talked with these people, I've had relationships with these people. They just can't get it right. They just are unable to see that there's a light that can lead them out of the darkness. And that's morality and integrity towards yourself. And you can run after everybody else and all this other stuff to get money and try and have an identity and try and get applause and all the rest of it, but it's just work. It's not who you really are. It's just a part of your life. Who you really are is who you are at home. That's who you really are. How you communicate, how you look after yourself, treat yourself at home. What the structure is in your home. I mean, if you got children, adult children running your home, you are not right. You're infantile. There's something missing. Oh, well, they pay rent. No, it's irrelevant. Totally irrelevant. There's a million excuses for our shortcomings. And you all got people that are being unfriendly and giving these people pushback to try and help them, and they take it as an offence. You're around the wrong crowd. You've got to remove yourself from these people. They're not going to stop. They're not going to relent. They're going to continue in their troubled way. They're going to oppose you, vandalise you, abuse you. And this happens to men and women in relationships. They just get caught up with the wrong people. The next thing you know, it's just a waste of time. See, if the person that you're with is not shutting down the trouble, right, the people causing the trouble, then they're a part of the trouble. If the person that you're with is not shutting down the trouble for the benefit of a relationship, then they're part of the trouble, and that's when you start to detach. And you can show tolerance and understanding and all the rest of it, but they ain't going to change, because your faithfulness and devotion and effort is not enough, is not valuable enough to that person to produce change. The value's not there, or that you wouldn't be in the situation in the first place. It'd be shut down immediately. But these people haven't got the mentality to understand that they're sabotaging their relationship, and they're allowing interferers to contribute to that sabotage as well. And what you've done is you've hooked up with a bunch of people that are enmeshed and just unable to do anything positive for themselves except use people and pretend that it's love and bring trouble and hostility, no matter how friendly or contributive you are. These people are seriously troubled. They're not finding their way through life right. That's why they got nothing to show for it except debt and sadness and stories of, of dysfunction. And I've had 25-year-old guys say to me they've been raped by women. 25-year-old. Come on. Even an 18-year-old, 19-year-old. What sort of a man are you if you're raped by a woman? Just it's not even sensible. It's not even tangible. Like, what mentality is that? But this is what you're dealing with now. Men are women, women are men, men are women and men, women, men, it's all over the shop. Parents are children, children are parents, and it's all covert until you get close enough to these people. Once you get close enough to these people, you find out that there's more going on than what's on the surface. I remember, just in closing, there used to be a show, and it was about forensics, and they'd take you in and they'd show you the forensics. And there was this woman, you know, Auntie Mabel, never done a thing right in her life, always turned up for work. They couldn't work out why she died, so the forensics takes you in and you watch and whatever. She was a coke addict. Nobody knew. She OD'd on coke. Nobody knew. She was a functioning coke addict. Auntie Mabel. She was single all her life. She had the odd, apparently, you know, she had a cupboard full of toys, sex toys. She was just into herself. They couldn't work out why she couldn't maintain a relationship. She had the relationship with cocaine and herself. She was asexual, a functioning addict. And you've got to understand that these people are there. And you could possibly run across one of them. Are they bad people? No. But are they doing themselves any good? No. If you're not doing yourself any good, if you've got no personal appreciation for yourself, you're not going to really be able to be of any benefit to anybody else. I've had women say to me, I'm not worthy. No, what they're saying to you is, I'm irresponsible and I'm unaccountable. I'll make life miserable for you. Listen to what's under the words. I'm irresponsible and I'm unaccountable. That's what they're saying.